Mr. Andreas Lindenthal, the Vice President of EADS Astrium. You have watched today's Estonian delegation's presentations. What ideas in generally crossed your mind concerning the new space cooperation from between Estonian enterprises and EADS Astrium?
I saw definitely interest on both sides to identify topics for cooperation. I think from EADS Astrium side we have expressed our strong interest to find and identify opportunities which are suitable to cooperate in space programs. What I saw in the presentations of the Estonian industrial partners, I think there are a lot of aspects which are of interest because they are complementary, they are very interesting technology developments. Not all of them, but I would guess at least half of the presentations which I saw today are offering opportunities to immediately start discussions if we could join here in a joint project, or at least to check if we have understood that these technologies are really comparable and complementary. So first of all, I'm pretty convinced space technology should be attractive for Estonian industry, and the fact that for a certain while now you did not have substantial space activities in Estonian should not lead to a stop and a focus on different technology, because space technology, space activities are stimulating industry in general and are representing high-tech technologies and activities which are very much influencing also, let's say, the industrial environment in which you are working. And I think the approach which the Estonian industry is following, discussing with more experienced partners in space business, is perfectly right. So we have an interest to have new partners working with us, and I think for the industrial partners in Estonia it might be useful to understand what are the specific rules in doing business with ESA, within the ESA frame, with other industry, and I think it can only be a win-win situation in such a discussion, that we are creating joint teams, that we are establishing a partnership which will lead to business on both sides. So in principle, clearly for a small country which is, let's say, joining ESA as one of the partner states which are then contributing to bigger space programs, it is always positive if industry together with the administration in Estonia would be able to focus on specific technology, which means you should not, let's say, try to offer the whole spectrum of different activities, if it is from mechanical to electronic to services business and so on. I think it's much better, much more successful to focus on specific technologies, because at the end of the day competitiveness is also determined by the technical competency, by local support you are getting, which means you have to demonstrate that you have a good technical capability there, and for a small country you cannot do everything. It's even true for bigger countries in Germany or France. They also cannot afford to do everything at the same time. So let's concentrate on, let's say, specific areas, if it's electronics or services, 3 or 4 topics, and to focus the administrative support, the institutional support on those areas, and try to combine the local industry in order to focus on those specific areas. And for us it would be very attractive to have that kind of specialized partners, from which we know always, whenever we are thinking about if it is digital electronics or a kind of service, yes, we know there is Estonian industry which is capable to do that, so it would make sense in any case to ask them why not joining in our project. I hope I will have the opportunity to visit Estonia, and the first action we have agreed on is now to go back to our technical teams in order to cross-check if there is really a matching of the technical competencies of the activities what we learned today, and then we should see how we can combine these capabilities of Estonian industry with running of future projects in order really to establish a cooperation in real projects, because you can endless discuss about a potential cooperation in the future. What we then need quickly is to identify real projects in which people can really work together, because this is creating trust, this is creating personal relations, and at the end of the day this is a sustainable business relation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andreas Lindenthal.